In this video, we'll be showing you how to make a gorgeous Elven Bridge with 1 cup of Pal Tiya Premium sculpting medium. We'll show you how to mix the product, how to make each part of the bridge, how to assemble it all together, and how to paint it. Here's all the tools you'll need. Pause the video to screenshot the full list. With your design drawing popped on a 5-inch cardboard base and inside a plastic Ziploc bag, secure a towel to your tabletop and wet it lightly with cold water. Always use gloves when mixing and sculpting in Pal Tiya Premium. Measure 1/4 cup. Please note, cup sizes may vary depending on which country you live in. Measure approximately 1 tablespoon of cold water. We like to cover our bowl as the product can kick up dust. If you don't do it this way, then you must use a dust mask. Mix until it starts to clump together. Like this. We always use this to clean out our bowl to save time later. Now knead like dough for 2 minutes to blend the fibres. Your mix may be a little too wet like ours. If you need to, you can use an old towel to extract a tiny bit of water. What you're looking for is a nice pliable cookie dough consistency. Here's a little trick to confirm your mix is correct. First, roll it into a ball. Then into a cone shape. Place the cone in your hand and press it into a wedge. Press the centre 3 times, like so, and vibrate it like this so it makes a ribbon. If it does this without ripping, then you have a good mix. It can take a little time to practice this. On your towel, begin to roll the creamy, doughy Pal Tiya Premium into snake-like shapes. Make approximately 6 of them from your 1/4 cup batch. Place the shapes like so, following your pattern. Weave the branches cleverly. An important step for any piece like this, always remember to stitch everything together. Using your tool, go around each part and pull the fibres across any gaps. This will ensure that your sculpture will survive freeze-thaw conditions. Draw in some simple texture with your tools. Enhance any flatter looking areas like so. And now make another one like we did. When you're happy with your design, it's time to cure and strengthen your piece. Pop it inside another Ziploc bag and make sure it's wrapped tight. The following day, take it out and cover it with wet cloths. Rewrap in plastic for another 5 days. This will make it incredibly strong. Whilst the sides of the bridge are curing, it's time to make the base. Grab your tinfoil, shiny side in, dull side out so you can see your armature. Begin crumpling it and making it into a simple arch shape. Compress with your tool. It's a good idea at this point to hold it up to the side of the bridge and make sure it will align. Now just hot glue it onto your square cardboard base. Mix another 1/4 cup of Pal Tiya Premium. If you've watched a few of our videos, by this point you should be very familiar. Flatten this mix out and press it onto the base of your bridge. No need to cover it completely, as in the following steps we'll be putting the sides on. Smooth it out with your tool, and because we're going to be adding more product onto the base, we need to create a scratch furrow coat. We do this by using an old fork and making deep grooves. Once again, we need to strengthen this piece, so pop it in another Ziploc bag. And the following day, take it out and add in the wet cloths. This will make it ultra strong. It's been 5 days since the sides of the bridge have been wrapped up in wet cloths. Remove your drawing and set it aside. You never know, you might want to make more in the future. Let's see a close-up. Looking good. Sandpaper can give a nice clean edge. You may notice some hairy little fibres sticking out of your sculpture, especially on a tiny piece like this. If you want, in a well-ventilated area, you can burn those off. After 5 days, you can also remove your bridge from under your plastic and wet cloths. Time to remove that foil. Take the same steps as with the side of the bridge. With a craft blade, you can now cut in tighter details on the smooth side of your bridge. Turn it over and have a look at it now. Like what you see? Repeat with the other side of the bridge, and we're going to line them up with our base. You're going to be attaching these together using some more Pal Tiya Premium, but first we need to make an extra support. Measure the distance between the two sides. You're going to make a simple A-frame. This will make placing so much easier. Time to use your trusty hot glue. Lightly pre-wet the base and get it into all of those grooves. Make another 1/4 cup mix of Pal Tiya Premium, and keeping a little aside, push it into the scratch coat on your base. As long as a scratch coat is present on a sculpture, you can come back at any time in the future, mist it, and add on a fresh batch of Pal Tiya Premium, so you can be working on something leisurely over long periods of time. Because you're going to be putting the sides on, make another scratch coat with your fork. Time to essentially glue the pieces together. And the other side. Now for the fun part. Pop your pre-made A-frame between them and hot glue it in place. Don't worry, the glue will come easily away from the Pal Tiya Premium later. Time to tidy up those sides. Blend it together with a fork. That way you still have a wooden type texture. So on the first day, you're going to need a bigger Ziploc bag, put it in, and then come back the next day and put wet cloths in for 5 days. 5 days later, remove it from its plastic. Remove the cloths. Time to pick off that glue and take away the A-frame. In a well-ventilated area, you can burn away any little fuzzies, or leave them in if you like. It's entirely up to you. Time to get your exterior grade acrylics out. Gluing on a cardboard tube can make painting easier for smaller pieces like this. Make sure you secure it down. This is how we painted ours, but of course this is your sculpture, so you can paint it any way you like. We started with a bright white dry brush. And dried to lock in the colour. We then misted the surface so the paint will float more easily, and added a thin caramel wash. Then a nice dark chocolate wash. And then dabbed it off. The paint will seep into the crevices. One final mist. Then float on delicate spots of green, which ages it so it's extra elvenish. Now simply remove your holder. And even though nobody will likely ever see the base, we gave ours a lick of paint anyway. Time to place your creation anywhere you like. Sell it, gift it, enjoy it. We hope you like this video, and make sure to check out the rest of our videos for inspiration when sculpting with Pal Tiya Premium.